So the big question is this: how do voiceover artists like us who are looking to take our careers to the next level, but don't buy into the claims of needing expensive equipment and demos, start bringing in new clients? How do you follow a clear path to changing your voiceover side hustle into your full-time job and stick it to those that said you couldn't? Those are the questions, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Earl Hall, and welcome to In the Booth with Earl Hall, where we know how to grind and don't quit. And good Monday morning. Oh my gosh. Yep, I'm excited. I'm excited. For all of you that don't know, the book dropped this morning. The book dropped this morning. The book that I have been waiting to drop. Anyway, good morning, everyone. So glad to see everyone in here on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, of course, which is my home base. Thanks so much for everybody being here. SZVO Productions, that's my guy. Sup, what's going on? Mage Pro over on YouTube as well. If you're in the house, just give me a hey, what's up, Earl, in the chat or in the comments, and I would love to acknowledge that you guys are here. Ben, what's going on, my brother? Justin, good morning over here on Facebook. So, if you didn't see already, I put a couple of posts out just about maybe 30 minutes ago, letting everyone know that the book dropped this morning on Kindle. Steps to Voiceover Success: How to Start, Build, and Grow a Successful Voiceover Career. Let me just tell you this. Yesterday, I basically completed the book, and I had done some of it, and 90% of it was done yesterday. About another 5% of it was done this morning, and that was mostly involving getting it up on Amazon and all that other kind of stuff, all the formatting that had to be done. So I've been here in studio since 6 a.m. this morning. I woke up on a mission, and it was funny because last Monday was Cyber Monday, and that's when I made the offer to anyone that wanted the PDF file of the book. If you made a purchase at any of my stores on Steps to Voiceover Success, that I would send you the PDF copy of the book. So I did that this morning. If I missed you, just shoot me an email. Let me know. Hey, Earl, you missed me. I purchased this from your store or whatever. And you may want to attach the receipt just so I don't have to go looking for that. And just let me know. But I think I got everyone. If I didn't, and you made a purchase on last Monday, you get a free PDF copy of the book. It's not the Kindle. It's not the fancy-mancy stuff you're going to get on the Kindle. It's the PDF of what I wrote. And that's what you're going to get. It's everything that's inside of the book, but it's just not going to be all fancy. It's going to be coming out in paperback, either today or in a couple of days. I was surprised that it got on Kindle as quick as it did. Because I literally just uploaded it not more than about 2 hours ago. And, the completed version of it. So it is my best stuff. It is the stuff that I wanted to say. There's links in there to a bunch of stuff. There's links to a bunch of my videos. There's a link to, a playlist on YouTube that I have teaching stuff. I wanted to give as much as I could give to help as much as I could help. It's a quick read. It's not that long of a book. I think it's about 50 pages. But I think the real value is in the links that I added into the book, which you'll have on the Kindle version. It's just clickable. And then also the links will still be in there in the paperback book. You just have to type them in. Obviously, you can't click a link from paperback book, right? Anyway, so I hope everyone is hearing me all right. I did a little change around in my studio actually over the weekend. Instead of doing my normal routing with my audio, what I'm doing now is running it through my mixer. I have a pretty large Behringer mixer, and so I'm running it through that as opposed to my Focusrite. So it gives me a little bit more control, and I'd bought this thing and I hadn't used it yet, so it was time for me to go ahead and use it. And I've got a bunch of stuff coming up as far as podcasting and things of that nature go. So I needed a little bit different setup with a little bit more control with the faders and stuff like that that I'm going to be using. So look, I hope you guys have had a tremendous weekend. Lenny, I just see you pop in over on YouTube. Thanks for being here, buddy. Anyway, all the links to the book, they're right in there. The other thing that's coming up, all of the folks that, and I'm actually going to be interviewing Ben later today. Actually, Ben is going to be one of the focuses in the magazine. And I'm literally hoping that I can have that magazine done by Sunday and ready to drop literally the same day. We're just going to have to see. Oh, Tim is saying, good, the audio is coming through in stereo now. Yeah, it was funny, Tim, because somebody had put up a post a while back in one of my comments, and they were like, mono, really? And it was like, what are they saying that for? It's like, who gives a crap? Who cares? But I guess you care when you got to listen to this stuff. What's up, Nicole? Glad to see you in the house as well. Now, what was I saying? The magazine, VQ, VO Quarterly is the name of the magazine. That's going to be dropping hopefully next week. I've got a couple of folks writing articles, and all of those articles are due into me by Wednesday. And I'm when I say something, you guys know, if I say I'm going to do it, it's just done. And I go ahead and execute on what it is that I want to have happen. And sitting down yesterday for about 10 hours, just hammering out the book, I was on a mission. I was on a mission to get it complete, to get it done. And I didn't want to drag it out. And it goes along with the whole grind and don't quit mentality. If you've got a goal that you want to reach, if there's a target you're trying to hit, you're not going to hit it by not doing it. You're not going to hit it by putting it off. You got to grind and don't quit, just like the coffee mug, right? A lot of times what happens, and I put up a post on Instagram last week saying something to the fact, you got to work through the I don't want to, I don't want to. And, one of my friends, Amber, had asked, how do you accomplish these things? How do you do this? It's like, well, I don't always want to, but I push through the I don't want to until I want to. You've got to go through it. And it helps me get out. I've traditionally, whether you believe it or not, I'm a procrastinator. Whether you believe that or not, I am a procrastinator. My wife will tell you that I am. But if you're a procrastinator and if you put things off, the only way to not do that is to just do it, even though you don't feel like doing it. And it's like, that's one of those things that if you can break through that barrier, you're going to go far. And I force myself to break through those barriers every day. And it's all about the grind and don't quit mentality. I told you guys that I was going to write a book. So I wrote a book. I told you guys that I was going to put out a magazine. We're putting out a magazine. So this is the deal. This is what's happening and everything else here. Let me just take, I got someone trying to call in, I think, but I don't know. Let me just see what this person is actually saying here, but I need to open up Skype. If you guys do want to call in, you can do that via Skype on today. And if you don't have my Skype ID, it's simply just Earl Hall. That's it. Earl Hall. I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You're going to see my mug there. So that's going to be what we do. So if you want to call in, you can go ahead and do that via Skype. So I'm opening up Skype now because I neglected to open it before. But if you guys got comments, go ahead and put them. If you got questions, go ahead and put them in the comments section wherever it is that you are. And also feel free to give me a call on Skype. This whole thing with procrastinating and not getting stuff done is going to be an issue if you don't just do it. And I think you probably just... You probably know that instinctively already, but let's just take for kicks and grins here, the marketing in your voiceover business. I know it gets tiring. I know sometimes it can be discouraging. I know sometimes you're not getting the results that you want to get, but all of those actions that you take, all of those things that you do each and every day, those things matter. Those things matter. And if you're not performing these tasks, and and I talk about this in the book as well, if you're not doing this every day in regards to the marketing of your business, and believe me, there's a difference between sales and marketing. Marketing is simply just getting the word out about who you are and what it is that you do. Sales is making the sale. Most of us, a lot of people, they seem to lump together sales and marketing, but it's not the same. Marketing is really, really different. Marketing is that thing you do, like when you're putting out your demo on SoundCloud, or you're putting out a YouTube video, or you're posting something on Facebook to say who it is that you are and what it is that you're about. Sales is completely different. And most people, they make a mistake because they think that every time they go on Facebook or they go on Twitter or something, they've got to be selling something. They got to say, hey, I'm a VO, why don't you hire me? Hey, I'm a VO, why don't you hire me? No one wants to see that or hear that all the time. But what people are interested in, you know what they're interested in? They're interested in the same things you're interested in. They're interested in the journey. They're interested in what it is that you're doing today to accomplish something that you're trying to accomplish. And I believe that's one of the reasons why you folks tune into me Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, is to see what's going on and to see what next crazy thing Earl is about to do or venture that he's about to undertake or whatever. This marketing thing is so super serious. It's serious to the point that the people that are not doing it are going to literally be in trouble. It's the thing that has to occur. It's the thing that has to occur. All right, so I'm sitting here. I got to change a couple of options here on my screen, and I forgot to change some of my audio settings. My microphone is that, and now we're going to save. Yes. All right. See, you got to do some of this. I got to do some of this stuff on the fly. And this is why it's like, I've got to hire someone to get in here and help me. This is becoming so massive. It's becoming so massive. All the things that I have to do, it's just completely crazy sometimes. All right. So we're there. All right. Who wants to call in? Someone's trying to call in. And so I'll go ahead and take your call if you want to do that right now via Skype. And we'll see if I've got this routed and set up appropriately so that everyone can see and hear. Because this is going to be, and let me just check a couple of more settings here just to make sure. Okay, I think we're cool. All right. Let me take a look at the comments that are coming in. You can see I'm getting flustered here because so much is going on. What's up, John? What's up, Ben? Okay, that's everybody over on Facebook. I need to refresh Facebook every now and again to make sure that I keep up. Mage is saying, just download the book. Thank you, Mage. I appreciate that. Everyone that gets the book, I would definitely love you to review it on Amazon. This will be my first undertaking to distribute a book on Amazon Kindle and in paperback. And, of course, reviews drive Amazon. So if you can write a review, I would definitely appreciate that. Okay. All right. Tim is saying alert. I'm not sure what he's saying alert about. Not doing equals being left behind. That's exactly right, Rich. It's all in the doing. It's all in the performing. Now, all right, let me dive into a little bit of something here as far as one of the strategies. And I'm going to be teaching this the third week in this month, the third weekend, the third Saturday when I talk about marketing. But there's this simple process I walked one of my students through the other day, and I want to dive deep into that in the training coming up, but I want to give you an overview of this right now. Everyone seems to be struggling. Everyone seems to be struggling with the marketing thing. How do I find potential clients? I wrote a little bit about this in the book as well. Every last one of you probably has a LinkedIn account. Every last one of you probably has a LinkedIn account. let me just show you something here. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go over to LinkedIn and I'm going to share some things with you here. Let me share my, my screen with you. All right. So we're trying to go over to LinkedIn. All right. This is my, I guess it's going to my LinkedIn profile or whatever, or my wall. This is my LinkedIn wall. Now, here's the thing. If you're struggling to find clients, let's end the struggle right now. All right. I'm just going to use an example. Go to the search bar on LinkedIn. Let's say you want to hit up some explainer video companies. So start typing in, you got to spell it right though. Explainer. All I did was type in explainer. Look at this. We've got explainer video production, animated explainer videos company. We've got a media production. I haven't even finished typing this in yet. Let's check out Common Craft. What am I learning here on Common Craft? Okay, we've got an About Us section. What else do we have here? And let me open up one more thing. All right, we've got an About Us section telling us all about the company. Let's see, we can do some see more. Let's see what else they have to say. Oh, look at this. They've got a website address. There's a website address here. So guess what you can do with that right there on LinkedIn? You can click it and you can go to the website of this explainer video company, this video production company that makes explainer videos. Let's see what else they have on here. Okay, they've got some things here. Okay, teach with explainer videos. You can learn more about it. Get creative with cutouts. Okay, so these folks make explainer videos, and I'm doing this on the fly. And this is what I'm telling you that you can do. So they've got an About Us page. Let's click on the About Us page and see what you're looking for. Is you're looking for some contact folks. Oh my gosh, check this out. Since 2007, our videos have received 50 million views. You can follow us on Twitter. So now I can follow these folks on Twitter, add to their conversation intelligently by providing some value in their Twitter feed. And look at this. Here's some other contact folks right within the company. You can even contact the freaking dog over here if you want to contact the dog. Right there on Twitter. You can't tell me that you can't sit down for an hour a day. Let's see what's on the contact page. It may just be a form or whatever, and that's still all fine and good. There's a form. Guess what? The form probably goes to the head of the company. An explainer video company is not usually a large conglomerate of folks. This contact form probably goes to the powers that be. Put in your name, put in your email address, subject line. Same subject I say to put in the email. Do you hire voice actors? In the message, hey, you guys, I see you guys make explainer videos. Would love to see if I can offer you guys some value in regards to providing some amazing voiceover services for you. Is there a way we can work together? Here's my phone number. Let's chat. Boom, send the email. Okay, what I want to get you to see, and where's my little, here we go. What I want to get you to see and what I want to really get you to understand is that there really is no excuse for not being able to farm clients, especially right there within LinkedIn. You can type in any genre, any industry, and you're going to come up with companies that do the thing that you want to do voiceover for. It's right there. Now, here's what it requires and here's what it takes. It takes some discipline. As SCVO Production says, I just picked up a client on Friday from LinkedIn. Absolutely. What's up, Sheila? Glad to see you over on YouTube. All that is required is for you to take the time to go do it. Now, I'm a big proponent of going and getting lists because you always want to have something in the background running for you, but you can take an hour a day and go through LinkedIn. You'll never get through it all. If you're not getting clients right now, it's because you're not going out and getting clients right now. This one little strategy that I just showed you on LinkedIn can be worth thousands of dollars to you within the next couple of months if you just do it. If you just do it. And it's almost like I don't even know what else to say. The clients are out there waiting. They're waiting for you. Literally. They're out here waiting for you. All right. If you want to call in, you can go ahead and Skype me right now, and I will go ahead and take your call. I believe we're all set up on Skype. My Skype ID is simply just Earl Hall, and you can go ahead and give me a call, and I will take your question live on the air. The magazine. I'm actually more excited about the magazine than the book dropping today. The magazine, again, is going to be out sometime next week. I'm hoping to have it literally completed by Sunday. And it's one of those things where I say, look, just sit down and do it. Just sit down and get it done. Sunday is the day where I normally don't, obviously I don't do consultations on Sunday. It's the only day that I actually don't do consultations. So on like yesterday, when I just sat down and hammered out the book, it's the same thing that you can do. And I sat down. One of the movies that I was watching while I'm writing the book was The Social Network, happened to be on television. And in the book, it's funny because I'm talking about Facebook, and I put in, I put in there, it's funny, I'm sitting here watching The Social Network right now because I was watching that and writing the book literally at the same time, and was talking about some things dealing with social media and social networks and how to utilize it a lot better. And that's why I showed you that particular little tutorial on what to do, just using LinkedIn. But see, you can do the same thing on Instagram using hashtags. You can do the same thing on Twitter. You can do the same thing on Facebook. Ladies and gentlemen, never again should you ever have an excuse on not being able to find clients. At least people to reach out to. Of course, not everybody's going to hire you. But the thing about being able to reach out to someone and people being like stuck, literally stuck, trying to figure out how they're going to do this, I hope I've unstuck you. I hope this has just gotten you unstuck. Let's see. Size of, that's an interesting handle. Over on YouTube says, Earl, I use your videos to get motivated when I don't want to do voiceover stuff. Greetings from Germany. Guten Abend, or it's probably Guten Tag, where you are right now in Germany. It's probably evening time. So glad to have you. I haven't seen you in before, so welcome in. Or I haven't seen you only because you probably haven't commented, but you've probably been here just incognito with that. So does anyone have any particular questions in regards to how to find some clients on these social networks? Because I just showed you. I literally just walked you through on LinkedIn. You can sit down for an hour a day. You can sit down on Saturday or on Sunday for most of the day and just do this. There's no excuse not to, especially if you're looking to grow your VO business, which is why I believe most of you watch me Monday through Friday to see what it is that I'm talking about. So I want to see if there's any questions in regards to that. I mean, it's not even rocket science. It's not even, it's not even hard. It's just a matter of doing it and the repetition of doing it. That's it. No rocket science involved. I'm doing a little refresh here over on Facebook to see if we've got any more comments or questions going on over there. And I'm not going to keep you guys if you don't have questions. Let's see. I've given you a strategy today. I've let you know about the dropping of my book today on Kindle. The paperback will be out in a couple of days, if not later today. They seem to operate really, really fast over at Amazon with most of this stuff going on. So, yeah, let's see. Boop, boop, boop. You guys are talking to each other over here on Facebook, so that's cool. I love seeing that interaction over on Facebook. And okay, Mage is saying part of the issue is sorting through the responses to decide which ones are viable to follow up on. That's actually right. My ex was German. Okay. All right, now Mage is saying part of the issue is sorting through the responses to decide which ones are viable to follow up on. Yeah, that is. let me, I'm going to try and make this as simple as possible as far as the explanation of what it is that I'm about to say. This is work. And a lot of the work is tedious. A lot of the work to get to an actual real client, this is the work. When you hear me use the term, you got to do the work. This is the work. It's the boring crap. It's the stuff that is tedious. It is the stuff that you don't want to do to get to the stuff that you want to do. Yes, it's tedious. It's a job going through the responses to filter out who's good and who's not, or who you want to work with and who you don't. Believe me, I do it much more than you do. But it is the reason for the success or the failure that you'll have. Either you'll do the work, all of the tedious, mind-numbing things that you have to do in order to, because there's no, and I think so many times when people look at voiceover or any other business that you can get into, they want a easy button. They want to press a button and have the world open up. And this is why so many people get taken. And when I say taken, I mean your money. You're conned out of your money because someone's promising you the world. And the only thing I'm promising you is hard work. I'm promising you that you're going to work hard doing this. All right. Rich is saying, how do you get over the fear of going from a retail job to your own business? Well, if you've got fear about starting your own business, I think it's a healthy fear. And it's a fear there because it's something that you just don't know how to do yet. If you've never run a business, I mean, even from the smallest to the large, if you've never run a business and had to be completely responsible for everything that goes on, it can be a little intimidating. So in order to answer the question, how do you get over the fear? You get over the fear by doing it. You get over the fear by taking the steps and doing it, understanding and realizing that as you're taking those steps, you're going to have fear and you just work through it. It doesn't mean the fear may go up, the fear may go down. But you as the individual, the seer in all of this, you go through it anyway. I like to use that little scripture sometimes in the Bible where the scripture that says, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil. Well, how does he do that? How do you, yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil? It's because you're walking through the valley. It never says you're stuck in the valley. It never says you're trapped in the valley. It says you're walking through the valley. That means at some point you will be through it. At some point you will be through it. But if you stop, if you don't go further, if you turn around and back away from it, you never get through to that other side. And on that other side is where your reward lies. But you don't get the reward without the pain, the suffering, the crying, the fear, and all of that. It just does not happen. And I think that's what so many times I see people wanting. I just want it to be easy. Well, if no one's ever told you before, boo-boo, it's not. So hopefully we can work through all of that together. And I've gone through it. I know what that feels like, to have that fear and that trepidation and that wonder and that, oh my gosh, type of thing. Lenny's saying, late last night, I came across your video on hashtags on Instagram. Is that just to get you seen by more viewers? No, the whole hashtag thing. Well, yes. Using hashtags in your Instagram posts is so that other people see you. People that use Instagram use hashtags. You just may be new to Instagram and not using them all the time. But power users, if you want to call them that, of Instagram use hashtags to identify who they are and identify others who are like them. That's the purpose of the hashtag. Okay. Rochelle, I'm starting to see this a lot. I'm starting to see this is a lot of work. Yeah. And Rochelle, it ain't over yet. There's more. We're only going over a little part of this. We're only going over a little. I mean, all I did was just show you one strategy on LinkedIn. That's what we just went through. There's a whole lot more. And there's more to do. This is why when you're doing these things, and I say this all the time to people that I'm looking here because I just got a message actually from Fiverr. Let me see if it's some money. It's from a client. Hi, Earl. It's been a long time. I was working on Bohr as a third engineer, and now I'm getting back to my entrepreneur routine. I've got a new job for you. Please send me Budget for voiceover, the text has 499 words. There's much more coming, so please give me a good price. Okay, don't believe the hype. See, people always say that when I read something like that, give me a good price because there's more coming. Okay, I haven't heard from you for 6 months, and you're already asking for a discount on the promise of future work. Don't ever believe the hype. When people say there's more work coming, please don't ever believe that that's the case, at least not right off. So if people say, well, give me a good price now and, I'll make sure that you get more work. Well, we'll work on that when that comes. If you start sending a certain amount of work per month, then we can discuss a price, but this is our first job together and this is the price to do it, and stick to your guns. All right. Now, what was I saying? Because that just caught me off guard. Let's see. Last thing is a lot of work. I was talking about a lot of work, more coming. Then I got a hit with that instant message from Fiverr. But at any rate, this is a lot of work to do, and it will continue to be. There's so many things that I have not yet hit on that it's just a part of the job. It's just a part of the job. This is the work that I talk about that needs to be done. This is it. It's that mundane, boring stuff. And marketing can sometimes be that. So this is what you do. This weekend or today, whenever you get around to it, because, some people just don't take action. But whenever you get around to it, grab you a, favorite snack, soda, turn Netflix on, and you sit down and you grind it out. You don't need to be in your studio. You can grab your laptop. A lot of this you can do on your phone or on your tablet. Actually, all of this you can do on your phone or your tablet. And just start reaching out to people, please. Not selling, just offering your service. Just offering value to what it is that they're doing. All right. Tim is saying, how did you, Earl, get over the fear of uncertainty of the industry? Like, what's your routine to get psyched or confident? For me, it's not about getting psyched or confident. I'm already there. Whether it is you run a business or whether it is you have a 9-to-5, there is no certainty. And I realized that. There's no certainty. There's no job security. Especially if you're in a position like retail. Retail is going down. Retail's not going up. Retail's going down because we're spending more and more time buying stuff online. The pricing is better online. But anyway, there's no such thing as job certainty anymore. So if you're going to do this thing about building your own business, believe this one thing for me is that you will work harder doing your own thing than you ever will for anyone else. Not because you just love doing it, but because you have to. You are the CEO and chief bottle washer for your company. You are responsible for the success and or failure of it. Wrap your head around that and be able to look yourself in the mirror and know that your success or failure is based on the person that you're looking at in the mirror. What are you willing to do? Accept it that it's scary sometimes because you have to. Because the alternative is not doing it. All right. Size of saying, so you're active on Fiverr, Upwork, LinkedIn, where else? Thanks for saying that. That's where I was going with all of this. Before I got the Fiverr thing coming in here. You guys hear me talk about a lot of different strategies and a lot of different things to do, and you're overwhelmed by all of the information that I throw at you. Stop being overwhelmed. Pick one thing and do that one thing. Just one. Just one. And what I'm talking about is if you want to do LinkedIn, okay, do LinkedIn for the next 60, 90 days. Nothing else. Just do LinkedIn. If you want to focus in on Fiverr, do that. Nothing else for the next 60 to 90 days. Just one thing. And when you focus in on that one thing, you become a master of it. You learn more by focusing than by trying to spread yourself out all over the place. It's just the way it is. Pick one strategy Don't try and do everything. Just pick one and master it. And when you've got that and it's working, then it may be time to add on. But what happens is so many people spread themselves thin. They do the same thing in voiceover. I want to do narration, or I want to do explainer, or I want to do TV, I want to do radio, I want to, all of this. It's about becoming a master at one thing. In particular with your marketing. You've got to be a master at it. All right. Thanks, Tim. Appreciate that. Jim is saying, except that it's unfair too. Opportunity will knock if you keep pushing. That is so true. So many different things have occurred with me in my business just through persistence of doing. Just through the persistence of doing. And so that's important. Thanks a lot for that, John. I appreciate that tip there. All right. Going over to Facebook here. Seeing what's happening over in my Facebook group. Yep, Raymond is saying you will either build your dream or spend your life building someone else's. That's an old cliche. Yeah, but it's true. I mean, that cliche is, yeah, you'll either build yours or someone else's. We've heard that for years. Conchita, do the work, then share your gift. Absolutely. Conchita saying, I have your Kindle book. So cool to get it instantly. Oh my gosh, Conchita, thank you. Appreciate that. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Are you guys actually buying this thing today? It's funny. The ancillary things that I do in my voiceover business always seem to shock me that it actually works, but I use the same type of principles, within my voiceover business, that I do in coaching and everything else. And I guess now, since I'm a publisher, especially about to break out with a magazine on next week and now becoming an author, I just became an author. It's crazy, right? You can do the same thing. I wrote a book, put it up on Kindle and Amazon. Didn't cost me a dime. Did not cost me a dime to do this. Didn't need a publisher. Didn't need someone to give me permission to do it. I just said I want to do it, and I went out and did it. That's it. And it's the same attitude you have to take with your voiceover business. And it's the one thing you guys hear me say so many times. Stop waiting on permission. Stop waiting for permission from someone for you to be great. You can do whatever it is that you want. And in the day and age that we live right now, there's no barrier to entry. If you've got the skill, if you've got the talent, if you've got the drive and the heart and that grind and don't quit mentality, you can win. As long as you just do it and you don't give up. So many times people start and stop and start and stop and start and stop. And that's where so many mistakes are made, is in the starting and the stopping. You lose your momentum. You lose the ground that you're gaining. Michelle over on Facebook is saying, thank you for your words of wisdom. Just what I need to hear. Trying to do too many things. And Michelle, you're not alone. I did the same thing. Trying to do too many things, and you wind up becoming a master of nothing. You wind up becoming a master of nothing when you do that. So thanks for that, Michelle. Let's see here. We've got more you guys are writing a lot over here on YouTube. Starting with I wrote a book of poetry way back in the early 90s. That's Rich there. The Execution of Excellence, Mage. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, look, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. You guys can find me, if you don't know, I'm on iTunes and on Google Play as well. Some of you, you can just look up probably just my name, Earl Hall, and you can probably look up In the Booth with Earl Hall and you will discover me. I know sometimes listening as opposed to having to sit, you feel like you have to sit and watch. You can consume this better if you're just listening to it as opposed to watching. Of course, if I'm sharing my screen, you're not going to be able to see that. But I would love everyone, if you've got an iPhone, please follow me on iTunes, and I would love for you to rate the show if that's possible for you to do as well. Same thing for you folks that regularly maybe tune into Google Play. I would love to get that from you. All those that are purchasing the book, thank you so much. The link is in the description on Facebook and on YouTube as far as the direct link to the book, Steps to Voiceover Success. Now I got to go write this freaking magazine this week. I got to finish putting that together, and I'm loving every minute of it. Okay, Monica is saying, or Rochelle, let's see. Rochelle is saying, you make everything sound so easy, Mr. Earl, but I understand what you're saying. No, everything is not easy. These are just words. And the grind and don't quit, and the whole thing behind my why is that your actions speak way louder than words. It's way more than the words. It's in the action. And what the results that you guys see from me are the actions that I put into play. Monica's saying, hi, Earl, living the Nike slogan, just do it, gave me the confidence to go to ACX and complete my first audio book. All right, it's possible to do it. Congratulations, Monica. Mage saying, working on my third audio book today. And that's the other thing I have to do is an audio book for the book that I just wrote. And it's funny. I was trying to figure out, because I've had like 10 or 12 people ask me if I need a narrator for my audiobook. I wrote the book. I'm a voiceover artist. Why the hell would I have someone else narrate my audiobook? All right, but thanks for the asking, and I understand some people just want to be helpful. But when I kept seeing those requests come across, like, do you need a narrator? Do you need someone to do your audiobook? Hell no, I'm not having you narrate. It's like hell to the no. I will narrate my own audiobook. Trust me. And I think I can handle that. All right, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in today. You guys, as always, are amazing. Always are amazing. John is saying t-shirt and mug coming this week. Looking forward to the book. Awesome. Michelle, do you actually promote yourself on Fiverr? Why or why not? No, I don't promote myself on Fiverr. There's no way to promote yourself on Fiverr other than if you're going to share your links on social media, which I suggest you don't do. And we can talk about that another time, but you've probably heard me say why I don't, but I'm not going to do that. I want to save that and have you ask that question of me on tomorrow, if you so choose to. But thanks so much, guys, for tuning into the show today. Those of you that want to go and check out the book, it's on Kindle. The link is in the description on YouTube and in the description on Facebook. You can definitely go ahead now and get it on Kindle. The paperback version will be out today or in a few days. So you guys have an awesome and amazing week. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, and I'll be talking to some of you guys later on today because I've got consulting sessions coming up. All right. You guys have a wonderful and amazing Monday. I love you guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.